everybody, welcome back. Having a little bit of a seller discussion of all things, seller discussion, because it's talking about Mercari, or we are talking about Mercari. Of course, David Eon here, the stunning Miss Lady Pop Hunter, in her Atlanta Comic Convention shirt.
Yeah, I wear my stuff.
Yeah, I see. But Mercari made an announcement, and it was official as of this morning, and that would be March 27th. They will no longer be charging fees at all.
Is that a temporary suspension, or is that a permanent fix?
In the email that I received, they said that it is not temporary.
Oh.
That is a permanent thing. It is not a seller incentive. That's the new policy. Of course, Mercari trying to compete primarily with eBay, which has the lion's share of the online community as far as selling goes, buying and selling platforms like that, where anybody can get on there and try to ply their wares, as it were. Mercari's trying to break into that.
Okay.
Mercari, of course, is a Japanese company. eBay is primarily a Chinese company. So they're going to one-up each other. It remains to be seen how this is going to work out for eBay. And a lot of people have problems with eBay. And I've talked about eBay a bunch of times when I've had some really nightmare sales. I've put those videos up a few times where people have, like, I sell something, they return it, and they return something else, or it's destroyed, or the box is empty, all kinds of crazy stuff. They don't send it back at all and claim they did. And eBay has become very buyer-centric, so you have to fight, even with a video, because I film everything. I film the unboxings and show them, and they still side with the buyer. And it's frustrating. A lot of people have gotten to hate eBay, and they've gotten to hate eBay over the fees, too. But roughly, the average fees on eBay, unless you do something extra, are about 12.9%. And that's about what Mercari was charging. People get confused because Mercari splits it in two, but it still comes out to about 12.9%, or did.
Okay.
Or did, because now there's no fee, apparently.
So how are they going to make their money?
What they're going to do is they're going to charge for the transference. So essentially, when you sell something on Mercari, Mercari holds it for you like a bank account, like a independent bank account in your name, and you can use that money to purchase other things on Mercari. So I can save it up. Let's say I sell 10 things and I make $500.
Right.
Just hypothetically speaking. I can leave it there, and if I see something I want, use that money to purchase it, make an instant purchase. Or I can do a transfer and have the money sent to my bank account. So now what they're going to do is just charge a flat fee of $2, I believe. So you can just save your money up in there, and when you're ready to pull it, they'll charge you $2 for a transfer. Apparently, they've got it figured out where they can still make their money that way.
I guess, because I mean, if you don't transfer the money out, you just keep pouring it back and cycling it through, then you'd never pay the $2.
Yeah.
And then you got people like me. I don't sell. I just buy.
Yeah, well.
So, you know. But the one thing I hate about eBay, I just noticed recently, the sellers are really pushing up that shipping.
And that's something to be said for Mercari, too, because Mercari, unless you choose to, you can opt to say, I'll handle the shipping. But if you let Mercari deal with it, you just print a label and ship it. And then whatever it costs is automatically charged to the buyer, and you don't have to deal with it. I think that's kind of easier on both parts. There's no confusion there, like on eBay, where people charge all kind of crazy prices, and they could end up shorting themselves. Maybe they don't charge enough, or they charge.
I've had that happen.
Yeah, or they charge too much. Yeah, she lucked up big time on a purchase once.
I bought the Raggedy Ann and Andy toy box.
Yeah, that's right.
And the person charged me $10 shipping.
You know that wasn't $10 to ship.
No, I mean, because it's an actual toy chest. It's
child-sized toy chest.
Yeah, and if you watch prior videos, you've seen us show it. They charged me $10 shipping, and the guy realized it after the fact.
You got me.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I didn't adjust the shipping charge. Yeah.
Well, often
I can do about that.
Often people overcharge on the postage.
Yeah, and that's what's been getting me, because I've been looking at some action figures, and the price for the action figures are good. You know, it's like, okay, that's a good price. But then I see an action figure for $24. They want $19.99 shipping, and it's a carded figure.
Yeah, it shouldn't be more than a pound.
Yeah, and it used to be, you know, maybe $5.99, something like that.
Yeah, but they're trying to compensate out of the postage, and then I can understand that to a point. I mean, if you have to account for shipping materials, like let's say you have to buy boxes and bubble wrap and stuff like that, tape, it adds up.
Yeah, so but you get that on your taxes.
Charge an extra. Still, you ain't getting that much. But you can charge like an extra buck on the postage to accommodate for what you have to buy in shipping materials. I can kind of suck that up. But when it's like $10, $15 more, whatever, and you're like, what are you doing? Am I shipping? Where are you shipping this from? Like Ecuador? I mean, where are you shipping this from?
Yeah. So I've passed on several pieces that I would have gotten, because again, the prices were good, but the shipping, I'm just like insulted by how much the shipping is. So I'm curious to see. I don't really expect it, but I'm wondering if sellers on Mercari will lower the price, because now they don't have to pay. Well, now they're not getting charged
seller fees. Yeah. And I could see that. To me, that seems reasonable. Hey, pass the savings on just to make the sale. You planned on losing that. Again, if you had a $100 item, you're going to lose $13 anyway. Yeah. Pass that on. Hey, I'll put it up for 90 instead of 100. Yeah. Something like that, just to try to encourage the sales. Sounds reasonable in theory. In theory,
but you know, greed.
Yeah, you know how people are. That's how it is. I just thought that was a remarkable game changer, and it kind of turns things back to the old days of eBay. Because I worked with eBay way back when they started, when they couldn't even host photos. When you used to have like a separate web page of your own that you loaded photos onto, and then you made a link to that photo in the auction description, and the person would have to click that link to see the picture of the item. Oh, wow. Yeah, and they would charge a flat rate of however many cents to put up an auction, and that was it. There was no other fees. They just, I forget the exact amount of, like, however much it was, at 25 cents or whatever to list something, or if it was 99 cents or less, they wouldn't charge you at all. No. And then, you know, when you sold it, that all was yours. Back when there were no automatic transfers and people had to send you a check or a money order or cash in the mail. Yeah. Before PayPal. And PayPal broke that wide open. But yeah, I mean, I think that's an amazing game changer for people, especially nowadays, where you're just getting screwed by Uncle Sam, and everything that you do online is getting taxed. They tax all those sales now, which is really not fair. And then they've attempted to, and they failed now twice, because they just can't work out the logistics, trying to have to submit a tax form if you've sold 600 or more that year. Yeah. And it's like, that's insane. And we're going to get the rich. We're going to make the rich pay their fair share.
Yeah, the rich ain't selling on eBay.
No, and then certainly $600 is a drop in a bucket. So you're hurting the little guy. And there are a lot of people out there, because the limit used to be 20,000. There's a lot of people out there that, man, they just got some extra stuff and they try to move it, and they've probably even taken a loss, and they can't fill out taxes on that. They, try to itemize everything and end up getting audited for that and whatever, and have to hire a tax attorney, and nobody wants to put up with that. No. So it's like, if you can pass on a break, which is what Mercari is doing here, take advantage of it. A lot of people, like I said, they whine about eBay anyways.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of beefs with eBay as a seller. You know, I don't sell all that much, but I've run into some issues. And, you know, to be fair, there's issues sometimes with sellers too. You can be a buyer and get messed over.
I have a couple of times, because again, I don't sell, but it's only maybe 2-3 times. It hasn't been a lot.
Yeah.
It's been a few times.
Still aggravating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had some issues on Mercari. People don't ship the item.
That is one thing with Mercari too, is that people, eBay will get on you if you're not shipping right away. They'll send you message after message. Hey, did you ship this yet? Did you ship this yet? Did you ship this yet?
Mercari does the same thing.
Well, I don't know why though, because I do know what you're talking about. There seems to be like this lackadaisical attitude on Mercari with some of the sellers. They're like, yeah, man, I'll get around to it, you know. And then like 2 weeks later, you find out they shipped the package, and at that point, you're ready to like try to file a claim.
Yeah,
and it's just,
I've had
come on, guys.
Several items canceled. Mercari canceled them if they don't ship it by a certain time, and they'll send you a message. We contact the seller to find out why they didn't ship your item.
Sure,
you know, and they'll tell you to contact them too. But that's happened quite a few times. On Mercari, but not so much that I wouldn't use them anymore. I just don't buy from those sellers.
I've noticed people on Mercari being real impatient too. Like there was this, as one example, there was this time where we were out driving. I think we were going to a show actually, and I got a message from someone on Mercari, and I was like, yeah, you know, we're out driving. I'll check it in a little while. An hour later, I check it, and I'm blocked from that account. I've had that happen a few times on Mercari. And it's like, you can't wait an hour for someone to respond to a message. You're already blocking them. What the hell is that all about? That's happened to me like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, seriously. And it's like, how quickly do I have to jump through the hoops here?
Very, very quickly.
Apparently. And the other thing that I've noticed, and it's a glitch with Mercari that's kind of screwed me up a couple of times when I've sold things, is defaulting to seller pays shipping. And I'm very meticulous about it, and I recheck everything to make sure after it happened the first time. Because I'm not going to just cancel it. I'll honor it anyways, because, you know, the buyer didn't know. The buyer doesn't know what's going on. And it's like, I know it says buyer pays shipping, and then suddenly I'm paying it. And I go through and I double check now everything to make sure, and it still has happened to me where it's like buyer pays or seller pays shipping, and it's defaulted to that. That's happened to me like 5 or 6 times on Mercari. Wow. Yeah. And has that happened to anyone else? Just curious. I know I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing, but that it could be some kind of glitch on Mercari. I don't know. Yeah. They've got a really easy 1-page format too.
Oh, do they?
For putting up your auctions. Although you have to have your photos ready in advance because you can't edit them. They don't really have editing for their photos like eBay. You can edit photos. You can turn them around and do all sorts of things. Yeah. And you really can't do that on Mercari, at least not yet.
Well, hopefully they get that one.
Well, there's always room for improvement. Little things. But I just wanted to throw that out there for anybody who is on selling platforms, that is a big deal. I think that they were like, you know what? Until further notice, no more fees on the platform. Just pay for the transfer. And I'm like, wow, okay. You know, we'll see. Maybe they are really now. Maybe they felt comfortable enough that they want to try to give eBay a real run for its money. Yeah. Especially since a lot of people don't seem to like them anymore. You know, it used to be the thing, and now it's just like, ugh, I hear this a lot from people. If I have to resort to eBay, I'll sell it that way. Yeah.
I hope Amazon does it. The one thing that got me about Amazon is if you buy a used item, they don't allow you anymore to put the pictures of that used item.
Yeah, that's right. To sell.
Yeah, it used to be if you sold an item, you know, something you got.
You could put a photo.
You could put photos of the item. now they got stock photos, so you got to contact the seller, say, hey, can you send me pictures of the actual item?
Yeah.
And then they will. The couple of times I've done it, I did it like 3 times,
Sure.
and the person did. But I find that kind of annoying. It's like,
From a seller's perspective on Amazon, their fees are some of the worst in the business. Their fees are insane. They make no sense. I can't even average it. You know, I was able to average out the what it is on eBay and Mercari. You can't figure out what they're doing on Amazon. They just charge. It doesn't make sense. Also, half the time you list something and they're telling you you're not authorized to sell it.
oh,
And you got to deal with that rigmarole. I went through that because I had a bunch of like Japanese manga. And it printed in Japanese. They're the real deal, and finding them is hard enough on their platform. You know, you have to use the bin number, but then you can list, and then the next one it says you don't have authorization to list this particular item. It's like, how do you get authorized? You know, and then you have to submit for permission, and then they never answer you back.
Oh wow!
And I've got a case full of like real old school Japanese manga that are probably worth a fortune. I can't get rid of them.
You put it on eBay.
Yeah, if I can figure out what the hell they are, because at least you can search the bin number on Amazon. You can't do it on eBay.
So search the bin number, write it down, and then list it on
I suppose.
eBay.
I suppose.
A little extra work, but
yeah. I might could do that.
Yeah.
It's just, it sounds like such a headache. But and then again, their fees are insane.
Yeah.
They don't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, I don't sell, so I know nothing about fees.
That's okay.
Because I don't sell nothing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's cool. And again, I'm interested in seeing how the sellers are going to do. Are they going to lower prices?
Will it draw more people in?
Yeah. And then you get more inventory of stuff.
More variety.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm curious. I hope it does really good, and that it lowers the price.
I know you get your eye on a couple of things.
Yeah, I got my eye on a couple of things, but again, like I said, on eBay, they're going crazy over there with that shipping, and I'm just like, that makes no sense. You're gonna buy a carded action figure that normally you ship it for like $5.99 or whatever. You want to charge me $19. Where does that make sense at? What are you shipping it in? Like an acrylic case or something?
That would be nice. At least it wouldn't get damaged too badly.
Yeah, but they ain't.
Anyways, thoughts? Did you know about this? Did you see that? Does it encourage you as far as like buying or selling a Mercari? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. We sure hope that you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. All of that good stuff. And if that is it, then what more can we say but thanks for watching. And we will see you again soon.